Hey guys, it's Baradul. Here are my 7 most important tips for MechWarrior 5 clans. I hope for all of you guys who are just beginning, this is gonna be helpful, so let's dive into it right away. Number 1. Upgrade your MechWarrior's evasion skills early. In a MechWarrior game, it is extremely important to conserve armor and internal structure over the course of a deployment. This is not only critical for your own survival and combat, but also for keeping your offensive capabilities online. The mechs are large, heavily armored, but often slow-moving targets, making them vulnerable to focused fire. Losing a component that holds your main firepower tips the balance of power massively against you. On top of that, coming home with a minimal damage makes your mech techs happy and helps your economy by reducing the need of investing into repair upgrades. Number 2. If you want to level up specific characters of your squad, you can make use of the pilot swap feature. By pressing the button Y on the keyboard on a mission, you can jump into your starmate's perspective and take full control of their mechs. At the end of a mission, each character will be awarded extra experience points based on their combat performance, so make sure you get the damage numbers and the kills with the pilots who need a little XP bump. Number 3. Invest into your salvage operations early. Gathering resources from the battlefield is crucial to upgrade the combat efficiency of your mechs. Even if you have maxed out your research team, they can't do anything without the specific components. Be aware that you won't be able to unlock all the upgrades over the course of the campaign, so make sure you start gathering as much salvage as possible early on. Also, periodically scan the environment on the battlefield for hidden caches. The individual yield is rather low, but it might make a difference to whether you get that damage upgrade you desperately want or not. Number 4. In the early game, short-range spam weapons are king. Since you mostly fight light mechs and tanks, the battlefield tightens up very quickly, and most engagements happen at short range. So load as many small lasers and short-range missiles as possible in your mechs to overwhelm the enemies with firepower. These weapons typically have a good damage to heat ratio by sacrificing range, so use that to your advantage. When both your mechs and the enemies are getting heavier and slower, switch to longer range weapons to adapt to the battlefield situation. Number 5. While short-range damage is good, having one long-range mech in your star, especially in the early game, is extremely helpful. Equipping a Kit Fox or an Adder with multiple extended range large lasers, make sure you can destroy turrets before you get into their engagement range, saving your armor for tighter engagements. It also helps shooting these pesky VTOLs out of the sky. Number 6. The fastest way to disable a battle mech is killing the pilot with a clean headshot, provided you have enough firepower to break the armor and the structure of the cockpit. However, there are some other ways to get rid of a mech on the battlefield. The most common way is probably just drilling through the center torso and destroying the reactor. If you destroy both legs, the mech is not able to hold itself upright anymore and therefore is also incapacitated. The most obscure way is probably to destroy all of the weapon systems of the mech. If that happens, the pilot is helpless and will eject immediately. This is especially easy to achieve on the Phoenix Arc. All of its firepower is located in its massive arms. So if you literally disarm the mech, the pilot has no option but to leave his mech behind. So make sure you lock onto your targets to know where they are already weak on armor and focus down on those weak spots. Number 7. Battlefield rule number 1. Guns off the board. To ensure your own survival, you want to diminish the enemy's firepower as quickly as possible. This means taking down the foes that carry big weapons but are easy to destroy first. The Hunchback is a good example. Its main armament is located in the right shoulder, so if you take that out, it is basically helpless to a point that you can ignore it and put your attention to juicier targets. Tanks and VTOLs also fall into the same category. They only require a few hits to get rid of, but will wear you down if left unattended. It is a good idea to direct your starmates to a heavier target while you quickly clear out the environment. And that's it. Those are my 7 tips for MechWarrior 5 clans. I hope you enjoy the game and good hunting out there.